everyone, it's your girl Regina Sunshine coming to you from what is always a beautiful day for me here in Douglasville, Georgia with the Regina Sunshine Show here every Monday from 12 noon till about 1:15 p.m. bringing you my version of midday motivation and helping you get a Regina Sunshine state of mind. I'm so excited about today's show. It's interesting the change of events that have happened behind the scenes with me and my guest producer, Miss Michelle English from Team Bride Tribe. But we went from one kind of show to another kind of show in about 10 minutes time, but it's gonna be an awesome day. I do want to tell you guys, I have two amazing guests today. I know that's a low number for me. I used to always say at Instinct Radio that I overbooked my shows, but I have two guests today. Mr. Rick Mathis, filmmaker, documentarian, is that a word? Documentarian, from the Black Friday film series. He's going to be here today talking about a project that he and Dr. Boyce Watkins are working on to highlight young boss entrepreneurs. So I'm excited about that. And also we have in-house Dr. Kevin James, the interim president of Morris Brown here in Atlanta. So he is here. I can't wait for you guys to hear from him about some of his dreams and visions for the future at Morris Brown. So it's going to be a great show. I'm going to give you guys a couple of announcements and then we're going to take a break and come back and introduce you to one of these two amazing men. So if you don't know, we do have the Boss Awards coming up June the 10th. I had to pause because last year was June the 11th. That was my son's birthday. And so he told me what he got for his birthday was the opportunity to work, which I thought was funny. So it's June the 10th this time, so he can work the day before his birthday. But it's the Boss Awards and the Young Boss Awards. Plus, we're having a $500 business pitch competition where we're going to allow our boys ages 5 to 17 to talk to you about their vision for a business. Or if they're a year in business or less, they'll still be able to pitch towards their current business project. So I am looking for businessmen who want to be sponsors for the business pitch competition, but also to sit on that panel in terms of judging who will get that check. I do want to mention we've got two amazing openers for the Boss Awards. We've got the Nzuru Drummers. If you were at the Boss Awards last year, this young group of African drummers were amazing. They stole the show. And they told me anything that I was doing, they wanted to be a part of. So they actually reached out to me and said, hey, you got something we can be a part of. So they are coming back. They're going to open the show on June the 10th. And also from Fun Weird Science, Ronnie Thomas is going to be on the stage doing a bunch of different science experiments live with some of the kids that are in studio that day. So it's going to be a great different kind of opening to an award show, but I think the parents and the young people will be intrigued because I was intrigued when he was here doing experiments with us. After that, we'll have the Awesome Girl Awards. That is August the 24th. And we are partnering with the Andrew and Walter Young YMCA. I'm so excited about that partnership. Shout out to my good friend Michael Supreme over at the Andrew and Walter Young YMCA. It is also the launch of our Awesome Girl Project. We have, as of right now, 29 girls that will be partnering with us for the Awesome Girl collaboration, but we do have one slot open for girls, and I'm so excited. This is the 5th year of the Awesome Girl Awards. That's why we wanted to take it over to the Andrew and Walter Young YMCA. I'm so glad that they decided to partner with us on that. This is our 5th year honoring girls ages 5 through 17 that are excelling in whatever area of gifting that they are purposed for. And I'm so excited. Some of our past awesome girls are coming back. Our host for the event, well, first let's say this. All of the slots for this show are girl run. So this is an entirely girl run award show. Girl MC, girl DJ. We have girl caterers. I'm so excited. So our MC is actually from our first year of Awesome Girls. Daytime is going to be MC in the event. We have two past Awesome Girls, 2017 Awesome Girl, Chef Ashayla Wright, and 2018 Awesome Girl, Chef Lauren Strong. They're both catering for the event. So it's going to be an amazing time. I'm so excited to see the past girls, as well as we do have some past Awesome Girl honorees that are going to be performing. It's just going to be an awesome time. So that's August the 24th, again, at the Andrew and Walter Young YMCA. We'll be launching the Awesome Girl book along with the 5-year anniversary of Awesome Girls. And when I tell you this Awesome Girl collaboration book is probably the favorite project that I've ever worked on, these girls are so excited. Their parents are so excited about the opportunity, number one, for their girls to be published authors, but number two, for them to be able to inspire other girls to know that they are also awesome girls, okay? And then the third major event for Regina Sunshine Global Network of the year, we have Regina Sunshine Curvy and Confident Empowerment Week in November. And this is our third year of doing Regina Sunshine Curvy and Confident Empowerment Week. We will launch, I didn't even put the date down, Michelle, but I know the date for the award show, so I'll end with that. But that week, I think it's the third week in November, we'll kick off that Tuesday with an online kickoff. Wednesday night, we'll have a night of comedy. I'm hosted by comedian Miss Jen. You guys know her. She opened for Cat Williams on his tour this past year. Thursday, we'll have spoken word event over at Urban Grind, hosted by Journey the Poetess. At Friday night, we're going to have the Network Your Curves Off with Miss Akila Benjamin out of Washington, D.C. She's going to be in town. She's actually on a tour right now with her networking event. So we're excited. That's Friday night. And then Saturday, we will have the third annual Regina Sunshine Curvy and Confident Award Show and Fashion Show. So we're excited. The award show, I know, is November the 16th. Michelle, I didn't put those dates down. But you can go to reginasunshine.com and check out everything for all of these events on that page. All right. So today's lineup for Regina Sunshine Global Network, of course, at noon today, you have me with the Regina Sunshine Show. At 5 o'clock, we have Focus Forward with Robin, where Robin always talks about those pit to purpose stories where you're helping people to overcome being stuck in whatever area they're stuck in. And then at 9 o'clock, we have The Curve. The Curve is our answer to traditional women's roundtable discussion show, I guess you would say, but it's from a curvy woman's perspective. So I'm so excited about today's lineup. I can't wait for you guys to continue to support our amazing shows. And we got some shows in the hopper that are going to rock your socks off. All right. So I do want to mention that we are expanding. If you've ever been out to Regina Sunshine Global Network, the facility we actually have two sides to. So we're moving to the other side of the building, and we're going to be there Monday through Friday, not only doing shows, but you guys know we teach classes out here. I actually have a series of classes starting in 2 weeks. Public speaking 101, public speaking for media, talk show host coaching. We actually have openings for other people who are looking to host workshops or teach classes out here. Maybe you want to teach some girls how to cook, because that's the conversation that I had in Greenwood, South Carolina at the Chamber of Commerce event a couple weeks ago, that my son, who is 23, says the girls today don't cook. I think they all need to know how to cook, but none of them are cooking. How about that? So maybe you want to come out here and teach a cooking class, or maybe an investment class. Whatever it is, we have the space here for you to be able to teach whatever you want to teach. And also, one of the things I'm thinking about is doing a summer tutoring program out here as well. I've had so many parents reach out to me as an educator about keeping their kids on track for the summer. So I was thinking we might do something a couple days a week to kind of keep the kids' skills honed for the fall. And then also, like I mentioned earlier about Mr. Ronnie Thomas with Fun Weird Science, he and I are going to do a couple of science and robotic days out here at Regina Sunshine Global Network. So your kids will be able to come in and do science experiments, as well as play with different robots and things that he's going to bring out. So we got all kinds of things going on out here. And I'll say this, if you got something you've been thinking about doing, maybe it's something that's never been done, it's out of the box, it's nuts, but you think it'll benefit our families and our communities, give me a call. Let's do something different. Let's create a space where we can cultivate ideas and dreams and help them manifest. So that's what I'm about here at Regina Sunshine Global. Anybody around me knows, if you mention an idea to me or something you've been dreaming about or thinking about, that my next step is to help you figure out how we can make that thing happen. So contact me at reginasunshine.robinson@gmail.com, and let's do something special together. All right. Well, I'm going to go to the first break in just a moment, but I always go to this break talking about something that I'm thankful for. And today I'm thankful for manifested dreams. For the people that have been a part of Regina Sunshine Global Network, like Michelle English and Cindy Brooks with Team Bride Tribe, Robin Shockley with Focus Forward with Robin, Barbara Baylor with Sunflowers in Motion, Live Line Dance, all these different people, including our volunteers, Beverly Green, Clarissa Partlow. One of the things that we have done from the beginning is we've all spoken and believed that great things were going to happen from our partnerships here at Regina Sunshine Global Network. And we got an open door this past week. It hadn't even been a full 7 days in time that we were emailed by a major network because they wanted to collaborate with us on something, which gave us an opportunity to talk to them about some collaborations we wanted. So when I say God is manifesting our dreams in a major way, we can't talk about them until there's contracts and checks, right, Michelle? But just know we've been speaking these things from the very first days we sat in this room, and we didn't even have a show on the stage yet. We were talking about when Oprah and Tyler Perry and different people would walk through these doors and make offers to us to be able to partner with them. And when I tell you these days are happening, they're happening. So thank you, God, for manifested dreams. All right, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it looks like Dr. James will be up first because Rick Mathis is on the way. Live with Regina Sunshine here at the Regina Sunshine Show. Where? At Regina Sunshine Global Network. All right, you guys, you're back live on the air at Regina Sunshine here at the Regina Sunshine Show at Regina Sunshine Global Network. And I'm so excited to have live on the show with us today the president of Morris Brown, Dr. Kevin James.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you.
Well, it's such a blessing to have you here. I always like to start every interview mentioning how I met someone. And this is the first time we've met.
Sure.
I guess it would be social media then.
Yes.
Is how we connected. And actually, a good friend of mine, shout out to Dr. Marquita Blades, reached out to me when she saw a post you made and you said, somebody accepting all interviews and not turning any interviews down. And so she commented my name. I was like, cause you know I'm on it, girl. I'm on it right now. So thank you, Dr. Blades. She actually has a show that she hosts over at Status Network all about education. So she follows everything related to education.
Excellent. Excellent.
So good to have you
So
here.
Nice to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for having me.
Well, I read your bio, which is extensive. And so I do want to read a few things, but then I want to give you a chance to tell the audience what you want them to know about Kevin James. All right. It says, Dr. Kevin James serves as the interim president of Morris Brown College, a historically black college located in Atlanta, Georgia. In this role, he leads as CEO and is responsible for leadership and management of all aspects of college operations and responsible for the development and execution of the vision and strategic direction for the college in concert with the Board of Trustees.
Yes.
Something else that jumped out at me, because you've done so much. You went to South Carolina. You attended South Carolina State. You're from Columbia.
I'm from Columbia.
I'm a North Carolina A&T.
Oh my goodness! Let me leave the show right now.
I'm an A&T Aggie.
Bulldogs and Aggies. Oh my goodness!
And this is
why didn't you tell me this before I came to your show?
Well, this is the funny thing. I had many of my cousins went to South Carolina State. I was the first one that branched off and went to A&T.
Okay.
So I broke all the traditions. You know, I had
you the black sheep of the family.
I really was. But then once I went to A&T, then my sister went to A&T. My cousin, I changed the whole shift from South Carolina State to A&T. So I like to mention that to other South Carolina State people. That I kind of changed. I switched up some things. But a couple of things that I saw here that really stood out to me. It talks about all your experience in nonprofit leadership, including the 100 Black Men of Atlanta, that you've done so much work with the United Negro College Fund. Everything I see is service and people and community.
Yes.
And after reading this, when I think Dr. Kevin James, that's what I think.
Yeah.
So do this for our audience. What would you like the audience to know about you?
About me? Well,
Yes.
Well, again, first of all, thank you for having me on your show. I
Yes.
appreciate it. I'm the people's president.
Okay.
I love the people. I've been in higher education for 20 years and leadership, and I feel that everything that I've done has brought me to this place to be able to effectively lead Morris Brown College. And we are going to restore the school, restore Morris Brown, the hard reset. And so just personally, I love riding my motorcycle. I love traveling. I'm in Atlanta. I've been here for about 5 years now. And so now I've definitely put some deep roots in the city here. And I look forward to moving the college forward.
Wow, I love that. Well, let's talk more about you, and then we'll talk about the college. So, education. Where did this love for, I guess, service and education and working with people come from?
My family. My entire family were all educators. My mother, she was a teacher, school principal, school superintendent. My dad taught for 40 years.
Oh, yes.
My grandfather's a pastor. So just giving to the people is just my lifeblood, just kind of how I was raised. And all of my sisters, I have 4 sisters. They're all educators in some capacity.
That's serious.
Yes. So, just really growing up in education. Now, it's interesting because in high school, I knew that I wanted to do everything except education.
That's funny.
But when I graduated from college, my first job was teaching. It was the only job I could find at the time. So God said, you got your plan, but I got my plan. And so I was pushed right back into education, and I've been doing it ever since.
What were you teaching?
Well, I taught general education courses, mathematics courses, different courses at a non-traditional organization called Job Corps.
Oh, yes.
And it was there at Job Corps because I was only 22, 23 at the time, and my students were 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. And so my students looked just like me.
Yes.
They talked just like me. But I was able to pour into those students in a way that some of my colleagues couldn't. And it's there that I really fell in love with working with adults.
Well, I guess you said in high school you want to do everything but education. Is that because
Right.
you wanted to be different, branch
Yes.
out? So what were you thinking before education?
So my undergraduate degree is in speech pathology. And so I was thinking of going into audiology, the hearing sciences. But again, like I said, God had a different plan and pushed me right back to education.
Well, when I think of education, I'm an educator. We're up to Regina Sunshine Global Network. My last assignment was with PCG Education and Atlanta Public School System.
Okay.
One of the things I know is that it's a calling.
Yes.
Do you feel like that call has been on your life for a while?
Yes, I definitely do. And it comes naturally for me. And I feel like when you're doing your passion, it's not really work.
No.
And so this isn't work for me. I enjoy doing it.
That's awesome. Well, let's talk about Morris Brown. I actually did go on the website and just read some of the statements you've made in terms of that hard reset, wanting to
Yes.
make things different. What is your vision, your personal vision for where you want Morris Brown College to go next?
First of all, we're going to restore the school to full capacity. We're going to work towards our accreditation. My goal is for us to become a candidate within 12 to 18 months, which means that we'll be eligible for federal financial aid again.
Okay.
We haven't had our accreditation since 2002 to 2003. And so that's one big hurdle that I am extremely interested in pushing forward. Coincidentally, I'll be flying tomorrow to Virginia to meet with TRACS, and that is the Transnational Association of Christian Colleges and Schools, to go through the orientation to actually officially start our process to work on our accreditation. And so accreditation and fundraising, they go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
They go hand in hand because we're going to have to prove to the accrediting body that we have the dollars in the bank, that we're fiscally stable to be able to operate as a college. And so fundraising and accreditation are my immediate focus for Morris Brown College.
So what is the morale like right now with you coming in this position now, and you're really beginning to lay this path towards restoring or this hard reset? What is the morale of, the staff, the educators there?
Well, from what I've heard and from what I can see, the morale is high. There's always going to be change in leadership. When there's ever a leadership change, there's going to be changes. But we've been able to gain what I'm looking for, which is momentum.
Okay.
If we can gain the momentum and push forward, I feel that Morris Brown will rebound fully fully and even better than ever before. And so the morale is high right now amongst the faculty, staff, alumni, and we want to continue to push forward with that high morale.
What are some of the, I guess, biggest challenges that you see for the path that's ahead?
Dollars, raising money. You know, most HBCUs that lose their accreditation, it's never because of the poor academics. It's always because of dollars. And so our critically important component will be to raise the monies needed to be able to show that we're fiscally stable, that we have some sustainability plan moving forward. And so we're going to need all the help from your viewers and the entire community to help us raise the money that we're going to need to be fiscally stable.
And that was one of my questions in terms of how those who are listening can participate. I know, individual donations help, but on a corporate level, in terms of, the corporations or companies that we're each a part of, what does it look like in terms of getting, I guess, eyes open to some of our corporate partners?
Yeah. Well, really right now, and there's the reason why I'm on your show and a lot of other shows, is I want to go out and tell the story.
Okay.
A lot of people did not know Morris Brown was even open. So I'm going out telling the story. We're trying to be visible in the community again and partnering with different organizations to show that visibility. And so telling the story so folks can say, oh, Morris Brown is still here. Okay, Morris Brown's still alive. Morris Brown has this plan to move forward. And that's what I'm doing right now. Any of your viewers, they can go to our website, morrisbrown.edu, to help us out. We have all different types of giving platforms there. Cash App, $ Restore Morris Brown.
I like that. Cash App. Right, Rick?
It's very easy. Go to Cash App, $ Restore Morris Brown.
I love that. Now, when we're talking about, I guess, HBCUs in general, there are a couple other HBCUs that are finding them in some of the same situations.
Yes.
I went to A&T, right across the road from us is Bennett, and Bennett is experiencing some of the exact same things.
Yes.
Why do you think there's this hard hit on our HBCUs right now?
Well, our endowments are not as big as our counterparts. And so having those dollars in the bank, if you go belly up today, how are you going to continue? And so that's what our crediting agencies are looking for. Like, what is your plan for dealing with the finances moving forward? And so with a lot of our students coming from lower economic backgrounds, maybe not having the fiscal resources as some of our white counterparts, sometimes it can be a challenge for HBCUs in that facet. That's one component. Another component is we have to make sure that at our historically black colleges that our alums are giving back to the school.
Yes.
That's critically important.
Yes.
And there's a lot of research of the how, the why, the when folks give. But overall, as historically black colleges, we have to give back to our organizations.
We do.
The same way that we give to our churches on a weekly basis. The same way we give to our churches on a monthly basis. We have to have in our mindset the why is important to protect our own. To protect our alma maters.
Yes.
And so that's why it's so important and why some of the schools are having some issues.
Well, I think that's the conversation we need to start having early, even whenever our young people are still in college, that when you leave here, don't just leave here.
Right.
That you have to return in some capacity to make sure this institution still grows.
Right.
Because, we leave, we all have pride because we went to a certain HBCU, but you don't always see that being reciprocated in terms of finances.
Sure.
So we have to make sure that's an ongoing conversation as well that we're having. Morris Brown, when you look at the students that are there now, because you say you're open, and I don't think a lot of people knew that you're open. What are some of the, some of the things that you can talk about that you're proudest of that are happening right now on campus?
Recently, our students participated in the HBCU Battle of the Brains in the AU Center in Atlanta, and guess who won that competition? That Black History Bowl. Morris Brown won. What you mean? Come on.
I had to make you say it now, but go ahead.
Yes. We won the African American History Bowl, and then we went on to the HBCU Battle of the Brains in Texas and competed there. So I was very happy about that because, we were competing against our counterparts.
Yes.
And not only competing, but excelling. And so that's a testament of the educational quality that we still have. We still have phenomenal instructors teaching our courses.
Yes.
We're not accredited right now, but that is just where we are today. We're still moving forward with quality education, and we're still moving forward regarding regaining that accreditation. I'm very, very proud about that. I'm very proud about the alumni at Morris Brown College. They love their college, our college, and they're pouring back into us. Just as last month, we raised some dollars that were very much needed to be able to handle the day-to-day of what we're doing at Morris Brown. And so I'm very, very happy about that. And I'm very happy about the trajectory in which we're and where we're going. We are headed towards a road of becoming accredited. And so I'm very, very happy about that. And everyone's excited, and I'm excited, and I'm just happy to lead in this way, to be able to work with everybody.
I love that. So in terms of the other HBCUs, what can the HBCUs others do to assist you in your efforts?
Sure. Well, I just really want support from the AUC. You know, I actually have a meeting this week with the executive director of the AUC. We're going to be having a sit down to talk about a few things. And so I just welcome everyone's support, not just the HBCUs, the local HBCUs and AUC, but everybody, corporations, individual donors, alums, faculty, staff, students, just the entire community.
Awesome, awesome. Well, one of the things I wanted to do, our second guest today, who's going to be our first guest, Rick Mathis, is here. And so what we'll do is after his interview, I would like to bring Rick in. Let's have a conversation because Rick is all about fiscal situations in our community, right, Rick Mathis? So I want to definitely bring him in to continue this conversation. Your personal goals. Now, we've talked about Morris Brown. What about you, Dr. James? What are your dreams for the future?
Well, my dream is to be a successful black college president here at Morris Brown College. And I really want to pour into Morris Brown. I feel like God sent me to the institution. It's critically important because so many people ask me, how in the world did Morris Brown survive during this time?
Yes.
And my answer is simple. God was with us. He was. I mean, we're founded in the AME church, so we've been with God since the very beginning.
Yes.
We're founded in a church,
yes,
in the basement of a church.
Yes.
And so God has been with us, and he's going to bring us out of this, and we're going to push forward. So I just want to be the best leader that I can be, pour my passion, my energy, my enthusiasm into Morris Brown College and lead us in this way.
So when it's all said and done, what is that legacy? When they mention your name, and this is what Kevin James did, what is that legacy?
I hope that I'll be a part of restoring Morris Brown's accreditation and regaining the fiscal resources to be a thriving college again.
That sounds great. Tell our audience again where they can give and how they can follow you if they want to get in contact with you so that they can make sure that they directly support your efforts. Sure.
Please go to our Cash App, $ Restore Morris Brown. And we also have other giving options on our website, morrisbrown.edu. We got text to give, PayPal, credit card, everything. So Cash App, $ Restore Morris Brown, or go to our website, morrisbrown.edu. Regarding my social media, please follow me at Dr. Kevin E. James. I'm on everything.
Well, one of the things I always like to talk about here is purpose. You know, as I listen to you talk, it seems to me like you were sent for such a time as this. That
Amen.
Everything in your purpose in your life has led you to this moment where you could do this great work. What do you feel about that?
I agree 100%, and I feel that same way. And I just hope that God continues to give me the wisdom and the vision to be able to move forward.
I love it. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, bring Rick Mathis in. All right. Sound good?
Sounds great to me.
All right. You're live here at Regina Sunshine and Dr. Kevin James on the Regina Sunshine Show at Regina Sunshine Global Network. All right, you guys, you're back live on the air at Regina Sunshine here at the Regina Sunshine Show at Regina Sunshine Global Network. And we have been joined by more like a family member than a guest, returning to the Regina Sunshine Show, Mr. Rick Mathis.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How things been going?
Man, they've been going fast. been a lot going on.
You've been all over the world since I saw you last, I do believe.
Yeah, we've been some places.
Well,
Yeah.
remind our audience who you are and what you do, Rick Mathis.
Well, my name is Rick Mathis. I'm a filmmaker, producer of the Black Friday film series that deals with how we as African Americans value a dollar and the importance of leaving a legacy for the next generation. So we produced several projects out of that. The first installment was the film Black Friday, which it included everybody from Hill Harper to George Frazier to Dr. Boyce Watkins. A lot of notables that are really spreading the message in the community about wealth. And, we included some of the people who are, ordinary people, I would say, that are your day-to-day working people, as well as people like David Banner, Umar Johnson, just, a host of people, Dr. Claude Anderson, a host of people are featured in this film series. So we wanted to have like an economic roundtable where we can talk about issues that are going on in our community, such as, issues of why can't we keep, or what we would need to do to keep Morris Brown open.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't say why we can't, because we can do it.
Yep.
It just has to be a priority for us.
Sure.
So what we need to do to keep those dollars circulating in the community, and how to better manage that $1.3 trillion that leaves the community every year. So that's the conversation that we have, and out of that stem the Kids Money book, which is 7 principles that every child should know about money. Right now we're in the economic age right now, where the entrepreneurship age right now, where economics is very important, and it's important to introduce our young people to entrepreneurship at an early age.
Yes.
It is said that by age 7, a child should have a product or a service that they can sell to generate revenue by age 7. So now people are really capitalizing on that, where you have a 7-year-old that's making $22 million a year. Kid by the name of Ryan that's doing toy reviews on YouTube.
Yes,
He's
I saw
making
his page recently. Yes.
Yeah, so those are the things that we're encouraging, which leads me to the new project, which is Young Moneymakers, where we're highlighting young entrepreneurs in the community that are excelling, that have businesses, that have EIN numbers, that has a following on social media, and that are really winning, at their game, at their craft. So we want to highlight those people. So what we've done is we partnered with Dr. Boyce Watkins and also Les Brown on this project, come up with $20,000 in sponsorship and mentorship dollars. And we're asking you, to get involved as well to support these young people. If you're a business owner in the community, you have a business, you say, hey, I want to give back, I want to mentor some of these young people. That's what we have to start to do more of. Mentor these people, invest in these young people with your dollars by being a sponsor of the film, by actually having product placement in the film. If you have a business, if you have a product that goes well with kids and money, then why not purchase product placement in the film? So those are some of the things that we're offering in order to generate a buzz, in order to generate revenue for this new project.
That's Rick Mathis, y'all. Doing everything. Well, it really, to me, I knew it was a divine appointment whenever you had to change your appointment date to be here today, the same day.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That Dr. James is here, because with everything you do and everyone, and he knows everybody. I have to say that I got my David Banner interview because of Rick Mathis. What are your thoughts on what we as a community can do to support Morris Brown?
Man, the thing that we have to start doing is giving back.
Yeah.
It's a shame that Harvard has a $39.2 billion endowment for 2018. And we have Morris Brown where, we have to beg to give $100, $50, to a school of its status, that has the legacy, that's rich, where, when it comes to, bands and being great at displaying our culture and who we are, Morris Brown, their band was
the movie
one
Drumline.
of the best that ever did it. One of the best. So why not just support it? Just for that, to keep that culture, keep that legacy alive. And that's what it's about right now. Keeping those legacies and those traditions alive. So, we have to start to give back, rearrange our priorities, know what's important. Is it important that you go buy this pair of shoes, or is it important that you give back to an organization that's as rich as Morris Brown? Those are
Absolutely.
the decisions that we have to start to make. Those are the conversations that we have to start to have in our community, because nobody else is going to do it for us.
Yeah.
No.
And I think it's important to tell the why. It's all about the why and the educating of what has Morris Brown done for the city of Atlanta?
Yes.
What has Morris Brown done for our educational system in the middle class? What has Morris Brown done for the state of Georgia? A lot of people don't know that history. And so for us to be able to tell the history, you know, that did you know that Morris Brown is the only black college founded by black people in Georgia?
Exactly.
Do
I
you
didn't know that till I read it on your website.
Exactly. You know, telling that story of what we've done for the black middle class and being able to articulate from 1881 what we've been able to do is critically important. And once we do that, then folks will say, you know what? Now I understand the why it's important. Let me give this $100. Let me give this $50, $10, whatever, right? Because it's nothing too big, it's nothing too small. You know, it's just supporting our community.
Absolutely.
And so we're not going to close. We're going to continue to push forward. We're going to restore the school to full capacity and make it better than ever.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think a lot of it goes back to mindset, you know, changing how we think about what's important.
Yeah.
So that conversation, I go back to Rick and what you're doing with the young people is so important. We start early, right?
Right.
And we train them in a way that they understand that this is just what we do. We give back. We support our own so that we don't ever have these situations again. Suggestions, tips, ideas, because I know you're the idea man.
I would start with this. I mean, I'm a filmmaker in any way that I can help to tell the
Let's
story
do it, man.
of Morris Brown. You know,
Okay.
definitely let me know.
Let's do that.
You know, whether it's doing a documentary.
I get
right
excited
now,
about this stuff. Go ahead.
right now, documentaries are very popular.
Oh, man.
And you know, we're working with one of the greatest storytellers to ever do it, Les Brown.
Okay.
You know, and telling his story. We're working on his documentary now as well. He's 70-something years old, but he's still doing it. And he really hones in on the importance of storytelling and telling your why.
Right.
You know, words tell and stories sell.
Right.
So
I like
how do
that.
we tell that story?
Yeah.
You know, so that we can begin to say, man, like you just said.
Yeah.
I found out that you know, some of the other some of the other schools in Atlanta University were founded by people of a different nationality, and I was like, wow, this school is founded by this one. And I'm like, man, Morris Brown is the only one that's founded by people that look like us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to begin to treasure the things that we create,
Yes.
because other people will treasure the things that we create and leave their legacy and their story.
Yeah. I think that's so good what you just said, and I already have an idea just hit me. People ask me all the time in interviews, how has Morris Brown stayed open for 17
And that's
years?
the story.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
do a
the
documentary.
story. That's the story.
I'm sorry.
You all see me shaking his hand.
Right? How has it stayed open?
And
Quietly.
Yeah.
And following that whole story from 02 to now, especially once we get our accreditation back this year, you know,
That's the
how
story.
did it is.
Yeah.
How did you pay your bills? People ask say all the time, like, how do you all even pay your day to day?
Yes.
You know, and being able to tell that story,
that's
that'd
it.
be a great documentary.
Man, that's it.
That's
Let's
what
do
happens
it.
here. Divine appointments all the time. Well, you know, the project with the young people.
Yes.
What age groups are we looking for
Man,
kids for
so
this
we're
project?
looking for young money makers that are 25 and under.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people think when I say young money makers, they thinking like, you know,
I was thinking kids.
kids,
Like little ones, yeah.
You know, but no, we want to highlight the people that are actually 25 and under, because a lot of times, you know, once you reach a certain mark and you've done certain things, now you're not the cute entrepreneur anymore. So they're like, okay, we can push you over here with the young people. But those people still need nourishing. Those people still need to be embraced by the community as they go on and build their empire. So we want to highlight them. We want to showcase that. You know, so it's 25 and under. You have an EIN number. You have a business license. You have a following on social media. What we're asking that you do is we post a video that's no more than 60 seconds using the hashtag We Young Moneymakers, because we want it to be a collective.
Yes.
We Young Moneymakers. So use that hashtag and post your video, and we're going in and we're reviewing videos that young people have already posted, and then we're going to bring some of them on Boyce Watkins' platform to talk about what their business is and to encourage other people to do the same.
So do you have a number of kids or young people that you're looking for? Is there
Well, what we're doing is we have different industries that we're going to highlight the young people in.
Okay.
So we want as many videos as possible, and then we're going to narrow it down to a set group. But even if you submit your video, then there is an opportunity that you still will be in the documentary. But we're only going to choose about 5 to 6 to really highlight in the documentary.
Because I was thinking, you know, when you think about all the young people that will submit their videos, a big Young Money Makers Expo at Morris Brown would be amazing.
Hey.
Okay.
Bring all these kids.
Let's do it.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
I love
And that
it.
would bring attention from everywhere.
I would
I
love
think
it.
that would be awesome.
Now you talk about me being the visionary.
You know, I'll throw it out there at you.
But you know what? The thing, and that's right in line with what we're doing, because with this book, the 7 principles that we have in this book, we're actually facilitating workshops now. We partner with the YMCA and other organizations. So we have people that we're partnering with to facilitate these workshops, and you know, and to teach these principles. One of the principles that are in the book is to value your time. If you're going to do anything in life, you have to value your time. You have to manage your time. You know, every day we're given 86,400 seconds. That's 24 hours. Each one of those seconds is a moment in time. But what you do with that moment in time not only determines how you live, but it can determine how your kids' kids can live, because you can create a product, intellectual property today in this moment that your kids can eat off of tomorrow.
Absolutely.
You know, so we look at time. We break down, you know, the 8,760 hours in a year. That there's 720 hours in a month. There's 168 hours in a week. So when you share that with young people, they're like, wow, I didn't know that many hours were in a year. I didn't know, you know, that many hours were in a month. But also what I tell them is the average person also sleeps 8 hours a day. So if you're sleeping 8 hours a day, that's 1/3 of your day. So by the time you're 9 years old, you've slept 3 years of your life. What have you done with those other 6 years of your life? You know, so
I never
that's
thought about
what
it
we're
that
doing.
way.
Yeah.
So, but boom, when you do that now, that makes it relating, it makes it intriguing. So that's what we're doing. So save the date. On June 8th, we're doing something called Get Green, where we're talking about wealth and we're talking about wellness, where we're going to mirror those two, where we're having a healthy vegan market. I partner with my partner, Sharice Nicole, in doing it, who's on 89.3. And you know, the main thing is we're marrying those, we're bringing those two things together, because a lot of times people just focus on get the money. But what about your health? What about when you get that money and then you have to spend all of that money on your health?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If you look at Steve Jobs, who created Apple, he had all of these millions of dollars, but it couldn't save his life.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So now you have to ask yourself, which is more important, the money or the health? The wealth or the health? You see what I'm saying? Which is more important? It's the health. Because the health allows you to go make money. Now you need money to leave a legacy and to have any type of happiness in this capitalistic society that we live in that operates around the dollar. So make no mistake about it, we do need the money, but you also need your health as well.
So this event, you said save the date, but you didn't give the date.
Yeah, save the date, June 8th.
June 8th.
June 8th, save the date.
And where's it going to be?
It's going to be, we're going to give you the location. We want you to go to Eventbrite.
Okay.
Get Green. Go to eventbrite.com, Get Green. A healthy, wealthy vegan market is what we're calling it. And, you know, you can go there and you can check it out. We're going to have a market of vendors, of young people, as well as older people that we're talking about money and we're talking about health.
I got a whole list of kids for you, because you know
That's
I
good.
do all these events with kids. In
And
fact, I talked with Michael Supreme over at the Adrian Walter Young YMCA. He said you guys were doing some stuff over there too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because our Awesome Girl Awards are going to be over there.
Okay, when is that?
August the 24th.
Wow, okay.
We're launching the Awesome Girl book. We'll talk about that later.
We'll
Anyway.
I know you got a lot going on. That's awesome.
But yeah, but also those kids, the ones that I maybe don't reach the platform with Dr. Watkins, send them out here. Let's interview them out here. Let's do some stuff out here too.
We definitely will. We'll, you know, create a circle where we can have them coming through. But, you know, we at least want to, you know, flash their image, have a few sound bites of them in the film. You know, even if they're not one of the ones that's chosen that's really highlighted. But we definitely want to, have them presented on the documentary.
Yeah, I got two girls for sure. Ziggy and Tootie, this 6 and 8 year old just opened their first brick and mortar bakery.
The one in Byron, right?
Yes, I think I commented your name because I wanted you to see
exactly.
the. Yeah, I think they would be dope. Anyway,
Yeah.
submit your video.
I went to school in Fort Valley, so
Yeah.
I used to go through Byron.
Valley, okay.
Yeah, I used to go through Byron to get to Fort Valley. Once you get off Interstate 75.
Yeah, because they actually NASA had them do like some worksheets and they've done some everything. So anyway,
Wow.
submit your video, Dr. Quinn. Let's get these girls on this documentary.
Yeah, hashtag We Young Money Makers.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, and we'll just give you guys an opportunity to encourage our audience. Sound good?
Sounds
Oh, yeah,
great.
definitely.
You're
Thank
live
you.
with Regina Sunshine here on the Regina Sunshine Show at Regina Sunshine Global Network. All right, you guys, you're back live on the air with Regina Sunshine, Rick Mathis, and Dr. Kevin James here on the Regina Sunshine Show. And if you've been watching my show for any amount of time, I always like to end the show with an opportunity for my guests to give some type of encouragement or information that's going to benefit our listening audience. And today, specifically, I want to talk about, I guess, things that the two of you are doing that not only impact the community, but your individual lives. So many people are looking for ways for self-care, right? Mm-hmm. And ways to empower themselves. So how do you stay encouraged? How do you stay motivated? Is it something you read? Do you meditate? What is something that you do on a daily basis that empowers you to continue to be able to live your purpose?
I guess I would start by saying making time for yourself. We're always going, we're always attached to our phones, we're always just busy, busy, busy. Have some downtime where you cut everything off, the televisions, your phones, your computers, everything, and just have some alone time. If you're religious, meditation, prayer, talking to God, and really just having that alone time to refocus and kind of go from there. I think it helps out a lot. For me, I do that as well as ride my motorcycle. That's how.
You go fast.
Yeah. Put my gospel music on and I'm riding, and that's something I love to do. But having that alone me time, I think is very critically important.
It is awesome, Rick.
Wow, I mean those are great. Just to piggyback, I have two things that I can say real briefly. To piggyback off of what Dr. James said, you have to have a regimen. You have to have, I call it a mental toolbox. Things that help you to stay on course and things that help you to get back on course when you fall off course. Because you have to fail your way forward. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have failures. You're going to have challenges. You're going to have things that you have to overcome, but you have to understand that those things are happening, and you have to have your regimen. Like you ride your motorcycle. The thing with me is I run. I'm in the gym. I run. I go to the steam room. I meditate. Right now I have my alarm or my clock set on 11:11. So no matter what I'm doing, twice a day at 11:11, I take that minute to focus on what it is I'm supposed to be doing. So my alarm goes off at 11:11. 11:11 is a very sacred number, and that's why I chose that number. So at 11:11 a.m., the alarm goes off. No matter what I'm doing, I stop for 60 seconds. 11:11 p.m., the alarm goes off. No matter what I'm doing, I stop for 60 seconds just to focus in on what is my purpose? What am I working towards? What am I lasering my energy in on? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So what are things we manifest? Like the book, Think and Grow Rich. The key part in that book is think. Think. Your thought creates things. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So by your thoughts creating things, you have to think and grow rich. You know what I'm saying? Not act and grow rich. You're going to act just naturally. But you have to think first. Everything starts with a thought. Before this table was built, it first started with a thought.
Yes.
So you have to think and grow rich. Another thing I would say is principle number 4 in the book. Collaboration beats competition.
Yes.
You have to collaborate with other people. That's what 2019 has been all about for me.
Yeah.
Is collaborating. And then
we had this new collaboration
Yes.
right
and
here.
now we have this collaboration now with Marsh Brown because of Regina.
Yeah.
She was obedient. The thing about it is, I was potentially supposed to be out of town today, but I said, no, I need to be here. So I put that engagement off.
Yeah.
I said, Regina has supported me. Let me keep this commitment and support Regina as well. You know, even though the money and all this was tempting, I said, oh, it's not about the money. It's about the integrity of the relationships. Right now, relationships to me is everything.
It's king.
You know what I'm saying? Because out of the relationships come money.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's what I say. Principle number 4 in the book, collaboration beats competition. Learn how to work with others. Learn how to collaborate. Because we're in the age of entrepreneurship, and business is a team sport.
Yes.
Business is a team sport. We have to work with others, and we have to collaborate. And whatever your lane is, whatever your job is, that's what you do. You see what I'm saying? Well, we have to do that as, and more important, as people of color. Because right now, you know, it's more critical than ever. You know, I don't have to tell you what's going on in the news. Y'all are watching the news.
Yes.
We don't have to go down into that negative dogma. But you know what I'm saying? The thing is, let's focus on this positive. Let's focus on what's good about the community. And let's collaborate and build and leave a legacy for these young people that are coming up. Make it easier than, you know, we had it.
Absolutely. Well, on the young people note, you know, for parents that are listening, you know, it is a critical time, and the conversations we're having with our young people are more important than ever. And parents are struggling with, you know, what should I be talking to my kids about? You know, what conversations should I be having? As an educator and as a filmmaker, what are some of the important things that our parents right now should be talking to our young people about?
I think for me, with our young people, we don't read anymore. Right now, everybody's on YouTube and Facebook and social media, and we don't read anymore. It was actually even a study about taking cursive out of schools. Taking it, you know, because you don't need it anymore, so to speak. I mean, where is our mind going? You know, I mean, education is still king, in my viewpoint, as an educator. It's still critically important. So parents, please make sure that you stay on your kids. Make them put down the Facebook. Make them put down the phones. Make them read more. Make them ask a lot of questions, and maybe have projects and assignments and different things that you as a parent, outside of the schools, outside of what the schools, listen, I want you to read this book, and I'm going to quiz you on it on Friday. From a parent's perspective, outside of schoolwork. You know, we don't do that anymore. I mean, everything is so technological, and I get it, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, education is still at the center of everything that we do. And as a people, we have to continue to better ourselves because there's a lot of competition out here.
And you know, I'm with you on that. I was one of those parents. I have a 23-year-old, and he was always complaining that I always had projects and books and things for him to read, but I took my personal responsibility of educating him far beyond what the school system was ever going to do. So I'm glad you touched on that, because I think so many people have just handed their kids over, not recognizing that we have a critical job at hand to educate on the things that they will never be educated on in a traditional setting.
Absolutely.
So thank you. Rick.
Wow, man. I would say, you know, I keep going back to the principles in the book because this is my mantra right now. Principle number 1 is follow your dollar. You know, we're in this capitalistic society. Know where your dollars are going. Who you give your money to, you give your power to. I tell the young kids in workshops, I say, right now we're going to reprogram our mind. No longer are we going to say we're spending money. We're going to say that we're investing money. Because when you say you're investing money, you expect a return.
Absolutely.
When you say you're spending money, you're just throwing it out in the wind and see where it lands. So with principle number 1, follow your dollar. Know where your energy is flowing, because money is energy. You know what I'm saying? So if you know where it's going, then you know what you're valuing. You know what I'm saying? You know what to expect a return on. David Banner in the book says he write down where every dollar goes. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't got that discipline to start to do that, but I'm working towards it. You know, writing down where every dollar goes every day, when it comes in and how it goes out.
Yes.
Now you have the analytics of your money. You know what I'm saying? You see how powerful that is?
Absolutely.
And now you can say, okay, well, this money went here. I didn't see a return on investment last time, but now I'm going to put it here to see a return on investment. So that's what I would say. You know, follow your dollar. Know where your dollars are going.
And it's a great book. I have to say, you know, I bought several of them.
I know.
For a whole bunch of kids that I knew. So definitely tell them where they can get the Kids Money book, Rick.
Yeah, you can order it online at blackfridayfilmseries.com. blackfridayfilmseries.com. You can order copies of the book right now.
All right. Final question of the day. We've talked about the importance of reading. What's I guess a book that you could suggest? I mean, I know we all got a list, but right now, you know, as critical as things are, is there a book that you said either I read this and this changed my life, or this helped refocus my thinking, or a book that just is on my list of 20 books everybody should read? What books would you suggest to our audience?
Well, a lot of the books that I'm reading right now have to deal with higher education, administration, and leadership. I'm really trying to pour into my college as we restore the school. So I really, really love leadership books in higher education right now. Probably something everyone else doesn't want to read, but that's kind of just where I'm at right now.
Awesome. Rick?
I would say, you know, a book by my dear friend, close friend I'm working with now, Les Brown. It ain't over until I win. Because no matter what, it ain't over until I win. Yeah. And that's the attitude, that's the mentality that we have to have. Wow, she has the armband. I love it. That's the mentality we have to have, because you're going to have barriers. You're going to have walls that you hit, and you have to remember your why. You have to remember that it ain't over until I win. You have to remember that this is the reason why I started, and if I quit now, I forfeit all of that I've done. I forfeit all the sacrifices that I've made.
Yes.
So know that you're going to win, and know that you can win. You can win. There is greatness within you, as he would say. And you can win. Embrace that.
Absolutely. Well, you know, that's my personal motto. It's not over till I win. I wear that every day.
Yeah.
I always say, you know, I can't see right now how I'm going to win, but I'm going to win.
That's
There's
right.
a way. I can move a couple pieces around. I can figure it out. So, but I thank you guys so much for being here and for sharing your hearts. One more time, remind our audience how they can contact you, how they can support you, and same thing, Rick.
Sure. For Morris Brown College, please go to morrisbrown.edu. You can cash app anything to us at $Restore Morris Brown. You can follow me on social media at Dr. Kevin E. James.
Yes.
Rick Mathis.
And you can reach us, Black Friday Film Series, on social media. You can also submit your video on We Young Moneymakers for the Young Moneymakers documentary that we're currently producing. And you can follow us by going to the website at blackfridayfilmseries.com.
Awesome. Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
To our audience, I leave you with the words I always leave you with. Remember this: God loves you just the way you are. You are beautiful because you were created in love. You were fearfully and wonderfully made. You have the seeds of greatness within you. You were born to live a victorious life. You are brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous. You are worthy of the best things in life. Make sure you guys follow my guest today. It's going to be a lot of stuff going on. Go to my website, reginasunshine.com, to see everything about the Boss Awards. We're doing a $500 business pitch competition for the boys this year.
What?
So yeah, so for all of those things, go to reginasunshine.com. And I'll leave you with my personal motto. I always say, what? It's not over till I win. If I hadn't won yet, that just means it's not over. So I tell you today, it's not over till you win. If you hadn't won yet, baby, that just means it's not over. Be blessed and keep winning.
Awesome.